Alright, cookies are baking in the oven, let's get on with today's topic. Are you looking for an easy way to create overdub videos with an iPhone or iPad, perhaps without the fuss of putting everything together in a computer? Well then the Acapella app could be for you, and today we'll be taking a closer look at that app. Hi, my name is Jasper Tan and I'm a professional trombonist based in Singapore. Acapella is an app by Mixchord that allows you to overdub either by yourself or with other musicians. It is available on iOS through the App Store as a free download, and while technically it's also available on the Android Play Store, but it has remained in beta since 2016. According to Mixchord, Android has several limitations for the recording feature, which varies device by device and by manufacturer. It is built like a social media platform where you create a profile and you have a feed and so on, so if you're new to the app, you have to create an account before you can start recording. You can record up to 9 different frames, which means up to 9 people in a project, and without the costly subscription, you can record up to 1 minute, although I'm getting word that the latest version is limited to 30 seconds. With a subscription, you get features like longer record time up to 10 minutes, 1080p video, using previously recorded video, using your own watermark branding, and some custom frame shapes. For this guide, I'll be collaborating with my friend and fellow trombonist Alexander Tauber.
Hey Jasper, awesome hearing from you. I hope you're all well and safe, and thanks for asking me out to help you with that next video. It's an amazing piece. Let's go.
We were classmates when I was studying in Stuttgart, and I'm very glad he has agreed to do this collaboration, so thank you, Alex. So to record a project, tap on the red icon in the middle at the bottom of the screen. If you already have an ongoing project, it will be displayed here. To create a new project, tap Record New. This is where you choose the style of frames for the video. If you don't have a subscription, you are limited to the classic ones, which honestly are fine. So next, before choosing the actual framing, I'd suggest picking an aspect ratio first, as that does affect how the framing looks. 1:1 and 4:5 are great for social media, especially Instagram, but for YouTube I'm going with 16:9. And we're doing a duet, so I'll pick this one here. And here you can choose the maximum length of the video or set a custom value. Again, on my devices, even with the latest version, I'm still able to get 1 minute, but I've been hearing from friends that they got the newer versions and they are capped at 30 seconds without the subscription. It's always a good idea to choose one length longer than what you need just to have some buffer. It's pretty easy to trim the videos after recording and exporting. You then arrive at this screen. The options at the bottom of the screen are mainly applicable after recording is done, so I'll leave that for later. But now is an important time to make sure you know who belongs in which frame, because you cannot reposition recorded frames. For example, if I record into frame 1, but then decide I actually want it in frame 2, I can't move the recording from frame 1 to frame 2. I will have to re-record into frame 2. Since I'll be appearing on the right side frame in this video, I'll tap on that. You can record in either portrait or landscape. On the top right, you can switch between the front and rear cameras. Tapping on the metronome icon in the bottom left brings up the page to set the click track. There's a switch to turn it on and off while recording, and the settings for time signature and tempo. If you want to play along to a recording or a song, this is where you set it up too. Tapping on the little blue circle in the bottom left will bring up the input page, where you can set up the microphone input gain, as well as the volumes for the self-monitoring and the metronome. Setting the gain is very important, as that will help prevent distortion when it gets too loud. I personally set the gain at the lowest setting possible when recording myself on the trombone. The microphone icon is to choose the bitrate for the recording quality, and the video icon is to use a previously recorded video, both of which are available only to subscribers of the app. Tapping on the final icon at the bottom right focuses on the frame you're recording into. Now before you hit the record button, I'd like to highlight something quite important with Acapella, and that is earphone selection. We will want to use earphones when recording with Acapella so that we can hear the click track or hear the other lines that we're recording with, or both. And there are 2 points to take note of. The first is that Acapella only records with wired earphones, so Bluetooth earphones are not going to work while recording with Acapella. The second point is that most earphones nowadays have built-in microphones so that we can hold phone calls with them. And this built-in microphone is usually positioned near the mouth so that it can pick up our voice better. Now that means for us wind players and singers that it might pick up our breaths quite easily, or it might record our instruments in an unflattering way. And so I like to do a small little test with 2 pairs of earphones. Right, so these on the left are the standard Apple earphones that come with every iPhone, and those have a built-in microphone, as you can see. And then we move to the one on the right. These are earphones from Singapore Airlines economy class, and they do not have a built-in microphone. So if I connect this pair to my iPhone and record into Acapella, it will actually record using the phone's built-in microphone, and I thought I'd let you guys hear the difference between the two. So, what did you guys think? Well, for me personally, I felt that the Apple earphones were lacking some sort of fullness to the sound, and it was also picking a lot of the sounds that were near my mouth, so like my breaths, and also when my embouchure leaked a little bit. And then with the Singapore Airlines earphones, or rather with the iPhone's microphones, that worked a lot better. The only thing is that when you record with the iPhone microphones, it might sound really loud even if you put the mic gain all the way down, so you will have to adjust it after recording. Now that you have a better idea of what earphones you should use, we can start recording. Simply tap on the red record button, and if you have a click track on, there will be a count in according to the tempo you set, and you will start recording. Hit the record button again to stop recording. If you messed up the take, tap redo. Otherwise, tap continue and you can review the take. At this point, if you're not happy with the take, tap the red button on the top left to redo the take. If you're happy, tap the green button on the top right and the app will save that take into that frame. If you're doing the overdub by yourself, or if you have more lines to record, simply tap on the next frame you want to record into. Otherwise, here's how you share the project to do collaborations. Collaborations do require some planning, especially the recording sequence and who belongs in which frame. Remember, you cannot reposition recorded frames. Unfortunately, it's not possible to just record the first line and send it to all collaborators and they just add in their own parts. But the first person has to pass the project to the second person, who then records his or her parts and then passes to the third person, and so on. And here's how you collaborate on a project. First, you go to your profile and tap Settings, then Collaboration Settings. Here you have the option of allowing anyone to collaborate with your public posts, or to always require approval from you to collaborate. Then, after you finish recording your parts, tap Share at the top right, tap Collaboration, and you can choose to share the link through various messaging services or by email. In this case, Alex recorded first because the piece starts off with his line alone. Now that he's done recording, he has sent me the project link. I will then open the link on my phone and Acapella will import the project and I can go ahead and record my part. So I've recorded my bit, now let's take a look at how you can adjust the sound. The sound of each frame can be adjusted individually. From my experience with trombones, it is necessary to lower the volume significantly. You can also add some reverb and pan the sound, as well as some EQ and audio processing. Don't be afraid to experiment with these, as it can make a big difference to the overall quality. We can also add filters, change the size and color of the borders, and add or remove a watermark. And here is the final result of our collaboration. Acapella stores the most recent project you worked on and you can return to it whenever you come back to the app. However, if you're working on multiple projects, you can share the project but set it to private, and it will appear in your profile where you can come back to it anytime after working on another project. So that's the end of this guide. Thank you so much for watching and I hope you found it useful. If you did, please like and subscribe. And if you have any questions or feedback, please leave them down in the comments below. Oh, I think the cookies are done. See you guys!